Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's been a while. Happy. Wait! Give me a moment. Give me a second. Wait. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you to. We got a high chain going on. Thank you, Shellshock Prime, for the tier 1 subscription of a tier 1 for 27 months. And thank you to Cat Evie for also 27 months. Thank you for the high train that we're having right now. Thank you for Sonic Joe for the clear. I hope you heard that one. That was happening. Thank you, Sherman212, for the 23 months. Hello, everybody. Give me a second. Thank you, Leo, for the 300 bits. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I know. Also, first of all, Happy New Year. Happy 2024, everybody. I hope you had a good holiday, good holidays, good Christmas, that your New Year's Day hopefully went by with not so much work being done. I had to do a little bit here and there. It feels like the year doesn't really start until the second, and so here we are. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in today. We were gone for a bit. I know there was a bit of a hiatus without saying anything. I do apologize for.
Daniel, are you gambling again?
No, Brandon, no. Oh my goodness, our high train is going off the charts right now. Thank you all, everybody, so much. Professor Bonk for the tier 1 for 7 months. Oh my gosh, I gotta scroll and keep up with everything that y'all been saying to me. Hello, everyone, to Ogre Pond, Super Dang Awesome Unicorn Guy, Toon J, Mellow Fire, Sherman, Shellshock Prime, Cat Evie, Goopy Jello. Hello, Goopy Jello, how you doing? Mito Green, Rusty, Eddie's on Twitch, Leo for the bits. Thank you again. Hello. It's Zelda Gift World. Oh my god, it's Zelda Gift World from the Gift World. Hello and welcome. Is that a new emote? I always love to see a bit of Linkle here and there. She deserves more. Um, Hi everyone. Again, thank you all for joining in today. Where was I? I was gonna say, yeah, last year, last couple of weeks, we didn't really do pretty much any streams except for Christmas Eve. We were playing some Mario Kart with the friends at Nintendo Roundtable. Was trying to take care of video stuff before around that time. Um, you might have seen my last video that I worked on was the whole like Daniel's Good Vibes Awards for the for our end of the year recollection of what was happening for 2023. So that kind of took time away from streaming. And after that, I just kind of turned myself off. I just kind of started to work on my own stuff on the side, played other games on until the end of the year, brainstormed what I could be doing for this year. Part of it was determining what I'm going to do on this channel this coming year because we have a bit some changes coming about. Absolutely, some things we should be discussing before we jump into the next year, which we'll get to. I won't be here very long either. It'll be maybe like an hour and a half stream at most of just chatting because I got to pick up my sisters from school. My parents are they're busy with other stuff with their jobs, and my sisters get off in maybe like an hour and a half from now, so I'll have to jump off around that time, but we'll be here for a while chatting. We'll be able to get through all the stuff we need to get through today. Thank you, Sherman, by the way, for 2 of the gifted tier 1 subs to Mito Green and Benji Bear Pup. Thank you. Always so nice to come back and see everyone being so generous and kind to each other. um Brandon isn't here at the moment. I asked if he could be on, but I think he's busy with other stuff at the moment. He might be able to join. I don't know. We're only here for a little bit, so we'll see. Because we definitely all wanted to talk to stuff about stuff together. Um, but yeah, I'm just here right now. It's been a while. The kids have been home a lot as well, so it's been so loud. I haven't really had a chance of moment of peace to record anything or just stream in peace because they've been on winter vacation and it's been loud. It's been a lot to deal with, but they're back at school. There's some peace and quiet here. I can think to myself. But yeah, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? Oh yeah, that's right. Zelda Gift World. There's a lot more emotes here now. I don't know if we got any new spots on this channel. At least I need to check again and make sure that we can get any more, because that's one of the things I wanted to talk about at some point. Was if we had the spaces, can we make more emotes? Let me check real quick. I'm gonna check while we're doing this. Do I have any more spaces? And if not, why, Twitch? Why would you do this to me? Let's see. There's so many panels over here that I forget where everything goes. I have 1 open slot for tier 1 and 5 open slots for animated, but that's only for people that are, yeah, for those that are subscribed as well. So I don't think I have any more. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. I need to. Oh, well, I'll need to read into this later. Whoo. But hey, everyone, thank you all for joining. Again, I'm going to keep saying that because I keep seeing more people jumping in. Like Brandon Bovia, good afternoon. JHRO9, Happy New Year to you as well. And to everyone that has been supporting Good Vibes Gaming, Good Vibes Arcade, thanks so much for all the stuff that you all do. Whether you're here chilling out in stream, whether you're kind of lurking in the background while you're doing your own stuff, that's totally fine too, of course. Or if you're actively participating with subscriptions, with bits, with anything really, we all very much appreciate that going into this next year. We're gonna go into the 3rd year of Good Vibes Arcade this year. That's kind of crazy to think about. When we started this, I was just a baby at streaming, and we actually started on the Good Vibes Gaming channel. We have a couple episodes that are still on there, I think. Started with Diddy Kong Racing, um, at Brandon's request because I didn't have much experience in that myself, and it was kind of hard to play because there was some lag, and I was not familiar with Diddy Kong Racing. So we're both hoping that that comes to NSO at some point, so I can redeem myself in at least some shape or form. And then I think we did Super Mario World after that, and we realized, well, maybe we'll just throw this all onto Twitch, and that was when the entire branding began in earnest. But yeah, and now I feel better about streaming. I think I always kind of have a hesitation before starting because it's always like, man, maybe no one's gonna show up, or maybe no one's like, people are busy right now. Maybe they're not in the mood, or there's gonna be like a few people watching. But once you actually start streaming, it feels a bit better. And in the last like month or so, I've seen multiple people, starting up streams for the first time, and it's always good to support them as well in at least some shape or form. Show up, say hello, how you doing, leave a follow if you do like what they're doing, because it's hard to start off. I was a bit lucky because we already had this Twitch channel was made, but it wasn't being actively used, and so the fact that it was Good Vibes Gaming, there was a bit of a handle to it, so we were a little fortunate to have that. But at this point, I think the audience knows what they expect. The other guys don't really participate as much on here as I hope or wish that they could. I think I'm gonna try and pull them on here more often this year. But it's usually during a time where a lot of them are busy anyways, and it's hard to kind of grab them on here without having any kind of like advance notice, or without just changing the time that we broadcast in general. Because I know we're kind of off hours, honestly. It's 1:16 Pacific time right now in the afternoon, and a lot of streaming happens like towards the evening time when people are actually home and they're doing their own stuff. But yeah, it's something we're gonna have to try and work out the schedule to this year. But yes, hello everyone that's just jumping in. We're just chatting at the moment. And it looks like Jello just moments ago ended a stream. Can be tricky, but we're all in this together. Yeah. For those who don't know, actually, hold on. I always forget the command for this. Is this the one? There it is. So in the last months or so, I was working with, as you see in chat right now, Goopy Jello. They just debuted yesterday, doing a stream on a blind run of Super Mario 64. It is very unusual to see someone, and this isn't saying it in a bad way, of course, but for someone to start a game like that uh in the year 2024, it's very amusing. Like last year I think was when Felix from Nintendo Life first time ever played Ocarina of Time, and it's a different experience seeing somebody experience a game like that, those old classics for the first time since then. And here I'm gonna give a shout out to Goopy Jello right there. So go check out their streams. Um, very much more composed and literate than I was when I first started streaming. So that you're off to a good start with that. It was nice to see. And I forgot to mention, if you haven't noticed already, I did a lot of their stream assets that you see on there. So the overlay, the logo, um, not the character, or the cool little in betweens with the intermissions and starting end screens. Those are really cool, but I didn't do those. So give them a little bit of love. We're all trying to help each other out here. And I missed that stream today. I sorry I missed the Mario 64 stream today, but I hope that you're having a good time with it. It seemed like you were. Mario 64 was one of my first games too. I played Mario World. My first Mario game was Mario World on the Super Nintendo, and my second was Mario 64, and that holds a lot of memories for me. But I guess I should do more blind playthroughs on here. I need like I need like more fresh experiences, which I might be doing. I'm gonna go over a list of games that we might be covering this year. Some that we know, some that we don't know, some old, some new. I think I have my list somewhere. My desk is a mess right now. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Mr. L saying horror games are fun, blind, as well as anything with any sort of big twist. Oh boy, horror games are rough for me. Like if it's like the psychological horror type, I guess I enjoy that more than the jump scary horror type. Um, I should have played a game like Omori on stream. Now that I think about it, but I was too invested when I started because that game's a trip. Vedron is saying Mario World was your first one as well. Yeah, I hear that a lot. That or like just anything on the NES. I guess that's just my age range. We're getting on in our years. Frequent positron saying Daniel playing through the Remedy verse. I'm not sure what that is, and I'm afraid to find out. It is on Twitch. 24-hour Suika game stream. When I would play Suika game again. If you all want to see another Suika game stream, I can put that on the list as well. I am curious what everyone's playing right now, or what you're planning on playing going into the next year. Mr. L's first Mario experience was the original, even though you were born in 92. Just happen to know people that still had the NES around. Yeah, my cousins had an NES and they would play Mario Brothers 3 a lot. And that was my exposure to it. I think maybe I did play it and I probably was very bad at it. I did my best and now I can be much more efficient at it. It was such a weird experience actually, because talking about Mario Brothers 3, I got a gift. I got the gift of Super Mario Brothers Wonder for my cousin, my cousin's little girl. So same cousin that I would be with her and her two brothers. We would be playing in their mother's room or one of their room with the NES. And then fast forward to this year, I'm giving that same cousin, I'm giving her daughter Mario Brothers Wonder, and we're playing it together. And she's just watching me play that, and they're like, "Yeah, remember when we used to play that? You would just watch. I would just watch you guys play this game." It was really cool. She's surprisingly way into Switch. Like she's like maybe 10, 11 years old now, and I'm just it makes me happy to know how deep invested she is in Switch games. And it's funny because I got her that gift and then for it was for Christmas, and then later that day, she got my cousin got a text because she went to go see other family members that someone else got them Mario Brothers Wonder as well. They got them the same game, but me, the cool cousin, got it first, so that's what matters. That was funny. And I gotta start seeing them more often. I feel like I kind of dropped off seeing some of my family members during parts of my life, and I definitely want to try and reconnect. One of my resolutions is just kind of reconnect with those family members again and not try to go so YOLO solo this year. It's been kind of a scary ride. Oh gosh, okay, hold on. What everyone's playing? We're playing Alan Wake. I gotta play Alan Wake 2 apparently. Benji Bear Post finished out Ryza 1, playing through Ryza 2, and it's really I wanted to get into those games. At some point I want to try and get into those. Too many games that are story based that are very long that I just can't get into because of time constraints and things that are coming up. January is like my only breathing time before I get piled on with Persona and Final Fantasy, and who knows when games like Paper Mario are going to come out. But man, Son of a Fitch also loves Suika. I too adore the fruity game. Cat Eevee's playing Genshin right now. Always good to hear. Vajon is playing Grand Blue versus Rising right now. Man. They added 2B to the fighting game, and I'm just like, I have to get into this game somehow. And you know that's gonna be canon to the lore, as is every other situation of 2B appearing in other games. Super dank awesome unicorn guy hasn't been able to put down Baldur's Gate 3. It's probably not a game that's in my interest. I realize and recognize how popular and how amazing that game is, but I have not been able to tell myself, hey, I'm going to try this today when I have all this other games to play. So if you're totally into it, I totally get it. I'm always trying to finish Jedi Fallen Order, maybe start Octopath 2. Octopath 2 is another one. I'm just like, it's hard to be a big fan of RPGs because you have to commit so many hours to all these games or just one game honestly. And it was really nice in the last year towards the end I was playing like Super Mario uh Super Mario RPG, Spider-Man 2, Mario Brothers Wonder. Those are nice, much shorter games. Funny to say Mario RPG is a shorter game, but that's an ideal length for an RPG for me right now at least. Sherman's playing Dragon Quest Monsters. Oh, I think they were having like an update patch for that, right? Where it's gonna run smoother. I think so. Hoping to finish before Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth at the end of the month. Oh my gosh, I want to play Like a Dragon as well, like the original. I think it's on my PS5. I downloaded it when that was for um, PlayStation Plus. I'm just like, I'm not gonna get to this. I'm not gonna be able to get to this. Kirby's Triple Deluxe rocks. I forgot. I feel like I feel bad because none of us on the channel mentioned Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe last year as a remake that came out of pristine quality, I would say, and new content. That's one of my regrets for that time for not being able to mention those that year. Dylan Vios recently got into Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on Christmas. Going to be excited to play through it through 2024. Have fun with those. Those are some experiences that you simply cannot have twice at sometimes. Um, Absolutely epitome of gaming right there. JHR is almost done with Mario RPG. Gonna beat it tonight probably. Cat Eevee's interested in Zenless Zone Zero, right? The other game by Hoyoverse. I will look at it. I will take a peek. I will play it. I will see what I think. But who knows what I'll think of that one going forward. I wasn't able to get much into Star Rail just because I think Genshin takes too much of my time already. Hey Vash, how's it going? Saying what's up, Deanna? What's up, chat? Happy New Year, friends. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone who's just coming in to say hello. Thank you so much for arriving today. I have a lot of people here right now. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for stopping by. Jaden Buck with the 22 months as well, dropping in for a bit while you're on your break. Well, I hope you're still here on your break, and thank you so much. I'm just trying to catch up with chat at the moment. January, February are in fact stacked. Oh boy, February especially, but January, don't sleep on January either. These games are gonna pass you up real quick. Mr. L got a cousin or one of your cousins, Metroid Prime remastered, a bit more out of the box for her. Oh man, that's awesome though. That was definitely out of the box for me when I played it, but I was more than happy to immerse myself in that game at the time. Still got that GameCube classic. That box is still lined up over there somewhere. Oh boy. Benji saying the auxiliary games are super cozy and slice of life stories. Hope you love synthesis because you do a lot. Well, I love my slice of life and synthesizing, so I gotta take a look at one of those at some point. Rusty McTinn has been being Void Stranger, one of the best indie games of 2023 that no one talks about. It's such an experience. Oh man, I gotta definitely get into some of these at some point. No time, man, no time. Jello's super excited for. Uh, I'm excited to see. Well, I think I blipped out for a moment. I think you can still hear and see me. I'm excited to see more of that game as well. Ice Climber Kirby, hello! Saying Happy New Year. My games I played in 2023, November and December, were Pokemon, games like Koromon, Nexomon, and Temtem. Pokemon like games like those. Oh, awesome. Haven't heard of a lot of those, but there's definitely a lot more like Pokemon esque clones at this point now, isn't there? Well, but John's also playing the Grand Blue Gacha 2 as well. That's just saying Bald Gate 3 is so good. Unreal game. Man. I envy those that can really invest themselves in those games. I wish I could involve myself in that because there's so much conversation around it, but I'm sorry. I can only do so much. Frequent's working on Scarlet Nexus when not distracted by another game of Civilization 6. I played Scarlet Nexus around the time that it came out, and I liked it more than I thought I would. I really like the soundtrack of that game. I listen to it quite a lot on the in the meantime when I'm working on stuff here and there. Very, it was a solid game. I enjoyed it. Eddie needs an eighth day on the week to get some decent gaming time in. I know what you mean. A lot of us on the crew wish we had that extra day as well. Just give me into the hyperbolic time chamber. Give me a year. I'll get through all these, and then we'll be good. Baldur's Gate honestly scratches this very similar itch to Fire Emblem. It's super fun. Been playing co-op with your wife and some other friends. Man, yeah, I hear all these cool experiences, and I'm just like, am I really missing out that much? Oh boy. Brandon Bovius heard that Dragon Quest Monsters runs better. Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm really glad to hear that because I think some of us on the crew are also getting into playing that very soon too, and it's a good time to have that kind of performance update. Oh, Benji saying Baldur's Gate 3 has bears, you can turn into a bear. Sold day one. That's all you need to get Ocel from from Benji Bear Pup. Have bears, become bear. Best game of the year, 2024 already. Well, I guess no, that was 2023. Well, the first game that we see this year that allows you to become bear, game of 2024. Jaden Buck saying, if every RPG was as long as Mario RPG, we'd be playing a whole lot more of them. Yeah, I know how that feels. Man, am I that far behind? Holy moly! I'm gonna scroll up a bit here. I'm so glad to see that there's so many people here. At least, it's been so chatty today. Thank you all for being here. Where was I? 80s on Twitch was asking, do you predict a January, February direct this year? Oh yeah. I think February, I feel like February might be the month. It might be the time that we might hear about a Switch successor, at least. That might get announced very soon because I can't imagine we're going to go through another full calendar year or another fiscal year of the Switch that we have now, especially with the kind of announcements that we got at the last direct. We got Princess Peach Showtime. Of course, that's like the one of the only new games titles that was announced. Another Code kind of counts, I believe. It's a remake of the original ones, but we got a lot of remakes coming. A lot of just remakes, honestly. That Paper Mario, that was in your door. We have Mario versus Donkey Kong coming soon, and then ports like Luigi's Mansion 2 and yeah, there wasn't a lot, honestly. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of original titles in that last direct, and I think they're saving a lot of the new stuff for the next console. And so we're gonna probably see games like I mean, I don't want to go saying specific titles or anything, but we've been with Mario Kart for so long that I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to open up, that trailer of the new Switch 2 with the new Mario
Are,
Kart footage on
are
there.
you gambling again?
Why? I'm not gambling again. I'm gambling on the fact that hopefully this is going to happen the way that I want it to. So next month, Switch 2, we have if we get Switch 2 announcements in the month of February, it's going to come out in like the fall time. So around November or so. And might be around, yeah, that the holiday season, the key holiday season. And so we're gonna get titles like Mario Kart, whatever number they want to call it, whatever they want to title it next. Um, they might finally show off Metroid Prime 4. It maybe not a launch title, but at least they'll show it. Maybe a launch window. Remake for Fire Emblem. I'm still banking on Genealogy of the Holy War, Fire Emblem 4 remake, and we have enough. We have like 10 Fire Emblem games technically on Switch already. We can definitely open up the next console with one as well. Um, they could they could honestly um say that they're gonna get other titles that have been on like PS5 and Steam and Xbox to appear as well. We might have Persona. We might see Persona 3 Reload on the Switch 2 rather, because it's not really as graphically taxing, I believe, as other games would be. Looks amazing, but it's not running like Final Fantasy 16 levels of graphics. But yeah, I think we'll see one maybe second week of February, first week of February. Who knows? That kind of is the trend as it has been in the last few years. I think it used to be in January, but they kind of pushed it over to February now. And at this point, yeah, we're running dry on titles to release. Things like NSO have run out of titles, except for like the Game Boy ones. Where's Golden Sun? I don't know where Golden Sun is, but hopefully that's going to arrive sometime soon too. But yeah, the next few months, I mean, it's not that we don't know where we're charting this year as far as what game titles are coming out, but it's definitely going to be something that Nintendo needs to fill out a bit more if we want eyes on them still, because Switch is starting to kind of slow down. Hard to say when that console's been churning out sales since its release. But yeah, let me grab this real quick. Oscar with the 100 redemption saying Happy New Year, Daniel, in chat from Oscar from Oscar Rio in Jersey City, New Jersey. Originally from Dominican Republic, have spectrum of autism. I have three new Nintendo Switch games for Christmas: Batman Arkham Trilogy, Just Dance 2024, and Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. I recently got Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden for Switch. Oh my goodness! I'm always happy to hear people playing Persona 3 and 4 on their Switch, and just so happy that those are on there. But yeah, Happy New Year to you too as well, Oscar, and thank you for joining us today. Jello saying Monster Tamers are becoming in fashion, which is leading a bunch of new games to enjoy. Yeah, that's for sure. Frequent saying, "Don't worry, Daniel. The dark hour is coming to add time for gaming." Can you imagine if I just use that hour just to game more? Man, that 1 hour isn't enough. I get that feeling when it's like daylight savings time and you go back an hour. That's the closest I'll ever feel to being a part of like a dark hour. Dark B Andy saying, starting this year, I'm part of the executive producer tier for GVG. Oh, thank you so much for joining our EP squad, Dark B Andy. The crew is talking about what days we're going to be doing our bi-weekly rather, twice a month meetup with the crew to play games with y'all. We hope you see you even more in our community so because of that. Thank you so much. Ladies on Twitch is saying I'm posting this at 2:30. I'm posting this 2:30. Daniel will read this at 2:35. Is it 2:35? Did I miss it? Did I miss it by a minute? I think I missed it by a minute. Is this how far back I am? Oh no. But yeah, as you're saying, Brandon Bovio, I'm excited to hear about this next console. We have what is it even going to look like? Is it going to look just like the Switch? Is it going to have more peripherals to it? Is there what's going to be the gimmick this time? I don't know. I'm scared. June J. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Definitive Edition for Switch 2. 96 courses in one cart. Oh my god. Where's my Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Edition with all the characters already on there? And maybe a few more at no, it probably won't be. If anything, they're probably already have been thinking about the next Smash Brothers at this point now, because man, Sora's been a while ago now. We might be getting the amiibo very soon, but that is like it's been a while. It's crazy to think about. Mr. L saying I would like more 3DS remasters because of how awkwardly they are and a pain to emulate. Really hoping the Samus Returns and Kid Icarus. Yeah, that's hard to emulate. I mean, I do have some emulators to kind of work with those, but they're not super optimal. Actually, one of the games I want to play that I definitely am going to play, maybe start this week, possibly, is a DS game, and I'll talk more about that soon. But that does include, using emulators and such. So because I mean, Nintendo DS, I don't have anything to plug it in and work with my copy. Mario Kart 8 Triple Deluxe. Oh god. Yeah, Metroid Prime. Are we gonna get Metroid Prime 2 Echoes? I honestly wouldn't mind if we didn't. It could just be a port, honestly. Just the port. That'd be fine with me. Like with Pikmin 1 and 2, just kind of enhance it a little bit and put it on there with the same kind of control scheme as Metroid Prime 1. Because like you don't need to sell me any further. I've seen how amazing Metroid Prime 1 remastered looks. And you do that for Metroid Prime 4 and just kind of build upon that. It's gonna look like one of the best games of this generation, honestly, if that's on Switch too. But either way, honestly, I Metroid Prime 3 Corruption probably needs the most help because of the kind of it was the kind of structure that Metroid Prime 3 Corruption became because it was limited to the Wii remote and nunchuck. It kind of limited the kind of options that I enjoyed more from Prime 1 and 2. But I will say I do like Echoes a lot. I don't think there's a lot of people that there's not a lot of people that enjoy Echoes more than the original Metroid Prime, but I'm pretty close to that, I think. I have a growing appreciation for it. I'm interested in playing that again soon. Shellshock Prime is asking, besides backwards compatibility, what else do you guys want to see on a Switch 2? And Ice Climber Kirby is asking hoping for a Path of Radiance Radiant Dawn 2-pack on Switch or Nintendo uh NG. I mm, those games are huge, like especially Radiant Dawn. That is a huge game, so that'd be quite the pack. I imagine they might remaster one and just port the other. I don't know. I kind of want to see what they do with Metroid Prime and kind of have an idea of where they want to go with these remasters and remakes and just ports because they'll port Pikmin 1 and 2 and then they'll give us 4. They'll give us remasters of games like Metroid Prime and others that we've seen throughout the last year. But I don't know. I don't know. Switch 2, the swap. Even just the name, like what's the name going to be? Because like as Brandon Bovey is saying, the Switch feels like it never really lost momentum. It just kind of kept going. It might be slowing down a bit, but it still has a lot of momentum. And that's like it can't be understated how popular and how much of a audience that hit with combining handheld with console, especially in the Japanese culture where people are always moving around so much and mobile gaming is huge in Japan. And so applying that to the console for Switch was a genius move on their part and just really applies to everyone everywhere. The fact that I can just pull my Switch out right now and start playing something or dock it right now and switch the screen and say, hey, we're going to do this now. Uh, just the flexibility is super appreciated. It's insane, man. Mr. L saying, "Can we get the Kingdom Hearts collections like for real this time?" Oh my gosh. Playing those on the PS5 has been magic because I don't know if anyone's played Kingdom Hearts 2 a lot, but like things like leveling up the drive forms, like grinding for that sort of thing. There's an optimal way of doing it where you have to leave the world and come back again and again. And that took ages on the PS2, but with the PS5, you're just zooming back and forth and it feels so much more doable. And why can't we have that? Why do we have to have the cloud version on Switch? These are PS2 games, PlayStation Portable games, Nintendo 3DS. I'm just like, come on, man. I actually have not yet played Dream Drop Distance on that collection. I still need to do that because I want to compare that to the 3DS version. That's super interesting to me. But yeah, going back to it real quick, freaking Positron is saying, Hope Sakurai at least got a break. Man, he's enjoying his time being a YouTuber, and I'm happy for him. Those videos are delightful to watch. I haven't, I kind of watch them in batches just because of how my schedule is. Sometimes I'll be able to watch them a bunch at a time because I need to actually pay attention and focus on it because I can't understand Japanese. I need to be able to, it's not a situation where I can just be working on the side and it's playing in the background. I have to actually watch it. So less opportunities to find those at times. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Everyone else is hoping for Metroid Prime 2 and 3 as well. Yeah, I mean, it's weird because like they really hit it out of the park with Metroid Prime 1. And I understand that people think that it was hard for them to kind of top that with Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And they made some interesting decisions. It's the whole light and dark world. You're constantly being damaged in the dark world, dark ether, and there's ammo now, ammunition. That's what annoyed me the most was that there was ammunition now. Why? You had unlimited ammo in Metroid Prime 1 for everything, and now you only have unlimited ammo for the power beam. But I don't know. I think it makes it very interesting because you have to shoot one type of ammo to get replenishments for the other type for light and dark. And yeah, I think it was interestingly made. I obviously like reskins of Ice Beam and Plasma Beam, which look kind of funny. But I hope they keep things like that, honestly. I enjoyed a lot of the worlds in that game. Torvus Bog became the new Fingina Drifts for me, at least for the music as well. And exploring all the under areas. And then the Sanctuary Fortress, all that music, a lot of cool ideas they had in that, like how if you get hit by a certain enemy, your screen glitches out and you're like seeing parts of frames. You have to reboot your system. It's just so many cool concepts that they have. Idiots on Twitch is saying Arlo had what I thought was a really reasonable and sensible prediction for the next Switch. Yeah, I saw that too. His predictions were very like yeah, I could imagine a lot of these being the decisions they go for with the next Switch. But yeah, definitely take a look at that if you're very interested. I might do a predictions video at some point, not on Switch 2, but I kind of want to. I hadn't mentioned it until recently, but I wanted to do a video on like how could they improve Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door? What do I hope that they'll improve on the remake? And hopefully they can change some of the stuff like basic things like the backtracking is kind of a problem in that game. One of the worst crimes it commits is various forms of backtracking. I'm not talking about just general white either. There's a lot of it in other places too, big and small. Smashman is saying, and Vidron is saying like we just need themes. Can't believe there's no themes, and the eShop still kind of sucks. The eShop is like the most basic shop I've ever seen. The Wii Shop channel had more personality, if not just because it had the music that was just jamming the whole time. Wii Shop Wednesday, everybody. Wii Shop Wednesday and then eShop every day. And I can't jam to eShop. 3DS, Wii U, they all had some cool themes. And yeah, that's the problem with themes. That's another thing I want to do this month. And I guess I'm kind of leaning into my plans here and there. At this point this month, I want to do a stream where we're going to. I probably talked about it before, but I'm going to do it this month. We are going to be making a mock main screen for the Switch 2. I'll be open with Photoshop, and we're going to be designing. Well, I guess I will be designing what I want to see in like a the main Switch menu, Switch 2 menu. It was originally going to be how can we improve the original Switch menu, but at this point, let's just go and try and improve or predict what we might do with the next menu, and I think that'll be fun. We'll have a good time with that one, and yeah, some ideas I might carry on over. You might see some familiar ideas from other consoles, but I think there's a lot that they can do, and at least have like some fun ambience in the background. I love like when I open up my GameCube and you're on the main menu screen, the you hold the A button and the cube spins around and it's on like settings and options. Very chill ambient music as well. Same with PS5. They have that. They have that too. I just want my personality back, please. Dave Mario Zy394 saying the Thousand Year Door is the 2024 game that they're waiting for. Me as well. Um, Poking around with some of the game at the moment on the GameCube originally, so I can get some footage for that video if I do decide to go through with that one, which I should. I have to stop being like, oh, I might do this. I don't know. Some people will watch it to just actually doing it. I was like that for the Game Awards video that I did. Like, who wants to hear me moan and complain about the Game Awards when I was like, no, I'm gonna I'm gonna complain about how they handle this stuff. I'm gonna do it. And I'm glad people watched it. I need to go to more projects and be like just doing it instead of just saying, I don't know, people will listen. No, you gotta just gotta do it. You gotta stay hungry, you know? You gotta just keep going with it. Oh man. Oh yeah, aren't we getting a Smash Brothers update soon too for Ultimate with new spirits? What the heck are they gonna add to that? Yeah. Yeah, I see in chat everyone's doing predictions for or things that they can do to improve Mario RPG or Mario Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I got big and small things that we might be able to change about it. I'm gonna write them down soon once we're done with this. Or well, I still gotta get my sisters soon. But yeah, so many little things we could be improving on. And I'm excited to see what this year has in store, you know? Um Everything on the game front, yeah, I'm excited to see what the companies are planning for us. Real life portion of me, oh god, it's scary. I, I'm at the point where I need to probably find like a part-time job on the side. So obviously I want to stay with Good Vibes Gaming for as long as I can with all y'all and with all the crew. But then I also have to try and be more realistic about okay, if I'm still living here temporarily, I need to be able to also make something so I can move out somewhere as well. And that might impede on schedulings for streams at some point. Like I definitely want to keep doing Good Vibes Arcade, of course. Uh Hanging out with y'all and playing games and uh doing this with, other people with Brandon, with others that we've are acquainted with in the social media or in the content creating circle. Like I want to do that for as long as possible. But dang, I it's hard to think about how to structure everything. Ideally, it's working somewhere that's uh maybe part time, but also remote. Remote graphic design jobs are very competitive right now, and it's hard to find one that can be stable, that can fill my needs as well. And doing that part time and also doing GVG part time hopefully complement each other enough to be able to make these work. Um, GVG is about 150K subscribers. We're about to hit 150K very soon, and unfortunately, it's a bit slow to get there, to get to the point where we can be supporting more people. Um, the subs will go up, but it's really the views that also just matter a lot. And we're all trying to do our best to make this work. It was cool that last month I was able to do more for that front. There was a sponsorship for Persona 5 Tactica that I did. It was in the dogs video that we started off with. Sad that the dogs video didn't do more, but we were able to, make that kind of goodwill with Atlas. And I'm just like, hey Atlas, if you want me to talk good about Persona games, Persona 3 Reload is also coming out real soon. If you need someone to talk about it, maybe review it, please let me know, Atlas. But I think Steve handles all those relations, so it really just depends on what he's able to or get with them, which is fine. I mean, I don't need to do that, but I'm the one to do it. If you want me to do it, Atlas and Sega, please. But yeah, it's hard to imagine where we'll be a few months down the line, because I do want to. My stepmom sent me a whole bunch of texts, a whole bunch of links, because we were talking together about what we're doing this year, and there's a lot of stuff that I need to get figured out. And I don't want to go into details of it because it makes me sad, but tax stuff is gonna make me it's gonna hurt me because being self-employed, it's rough. It was rough last year, and this year I'm dealing with like taxes, um, healthcare stuff because my situation has changed. It's a lot, and my heart is like hurting. Oh, but we're not talking about that stuff right now. That's another time. I hope that we're able to get things going a bit better, but it's hard because like Brandon has a kid now, and so fatherly duties obviously take priority over streaming duties. So I he's not here to go into details about this, but I don't know how much we'll be seeing of Brandon in this next coming year, which I know it's sad and it's scary, to think that I might be doing more streams like this by myself. And so uh I'm doing my best. I'm trying to figure out what works best for us, and the schedule for Good Vibes Arcade will probably change in the coming year. It might be a lot of changes, there might be a little bit of changes. I don't know quite yet. I'm not in a place where I'm just like suffering and I'm out of money or anything. No, it's fine. I'm okay right now. But I do need to try to make a change before that possibly tips down to the worst. I say worst, but I mean, I'm with family that is able to support us. But at the end of the day, I'm just like trying to not take advantage of the place that I'm living in right now. It's rough. It's difficult. And hello, Stacey UK. I just noticed. I'm sorry. I'm trying to ignore chat for a moment, but hello, welcome. We're just talking about the new year, things that might change, things that we might do. I feel like I haven't scrolled in a while. Oops. But thanks everyone. Thanks friends. I do appreciate that. But for the streams that we are doing this year, don't worry. We're still streaming. We're still doing stuff on here. Um, One of the ones I was thinking about for a long time. We hadn't done this yet. I don't know why we hadn't done this, but after I played the Pokemon trading card game on stream, I thought to myself, I haven't actually done a Pokemon game on stream at all. Like we've done Stadium 2 with friends. We've done the trading card game with you all. We did that was fun. But I'm gonna actually play a classic Pokemon game on here very soon. Probably as soon as Thursday. I've been trying to set up some things to get ready for that. And I wanted to play Pokemon Heart Gold. That's the DS game we were discussing earlier. It might be a casual run. I don't know. I'm scared to do a Nuzlocke. I haven't really done a Nuzlocke before, and I feel like if I botch that, it's it's gonna be disastrous. But like, I uh, I always I play every Pokemon game that comes out, every mainline series Pokemon game, but I hadn't done like a Nuzlocke run. So I think I'm too emotionally attached to a lot of my Pokemon anyway. I know that would make it more fun. That would make it better. But yeah, um, before I keep going, real quick, I gotta keep up with chat just a bit. Benji saying, Danny, you have to play Monster Hunter on stream once a month to honor Brandon. Oh my gosh. I need to play with Brandon because multiplayer is apparently the best way to do that. Having someone, guide you through that. Stacy is saying, you waste these streams though. Selfishly, I wish still like one stream on European time. I'm sorry. um, let's see. Right now, it is. Oops. Oh no. It caught me while I was looking over to the side. Activate, deactivate, reactivate. I'm checking real quick. Right now it's about 2 p.m. Pacific time. What time is it for about what time is it in the UK right now? And what would be an ideal time to start in the UK? Because I don't really hmm, I don't really know what would be the best way for that. I guess that'd have to be early morning for me, huh? Going back to Pokemon real quick. Benji saying you would pick the gym with a game corner. A lot of them have a game corner back then. A lot of them up to that point have a game corner. We're not going to spend a long time in game corner. Don't worry. Ice Climber Kirby saying, I want to see you 100% the Johto Pokedex. You don't have to worry about Hoenn or
Dan,
Sinnoh post game.
are you gambling again?
No, we're not gambling yet. I mean, we're not gambling again. Don't worry about it. It's almost 10 p.m. for you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that we streamed so late for y'all. I can't imagine what it's like to be waiting so late for these. And I know we have our VODs, which I haven't really updated very much recently. I will upload this VOD. I'll try to remember once I come back from getting my sisters from school to upload this one as well for tomorrow. But yeah. I'll have to try and figure out some timing. GVG UK. That is John Cartwright. He is GVG UK working on that on those times instead. So he's probably sleepy boy with the kids right now. But yeah, Pokemon Heart Gold. I want to be able to do that with y'all. Eddie's saying, let chat choose your starter in Heart Gold. Oh man. But that means I might not get Cyndaquil. I always choose Cyndaquil for Heart Gold. Or for, Gold version. Because I grew up on Gold version. Played that so much, and then I got Heart Gold. I still have like the special edition with the Poke Walker and the little Ho-Oh statue. It's so cool. Um, but yeah, that's why I'm saying as an adult, I always realize that content creators are people with their own lives. If they need a break, it's perfectly understandable. Well, I'm glad there are people that definitely understand that because I did need a little bit of a break. I've been kind of breaking here and there, but I hope to be a bit more on top of the ball starting with this year. With videos, with video ideas, with streaming, incorporating streaming into videos. So, like for example, the one where I'm doing the mock-up for a Switch 2 overlay or a Switch 2 main screen. I want to kind of do that on stream, and then I'll cut that up and put that on a video on YouTube, kind of like what I did with Symphonia's updated patches. That was really fun and didn't take that long to do, so we have to do more of that for sure. But yeah, I am gonna be doing my best here and there for that. Oscar's saying, with 100 tickets, Oscar's saying, Happy New Year, Daniel in chat. I believe I read this earlier, but thank you so much. Um, yeah, you have 3 new Switch games for Christmas, playing Persona 3 and 4. I hope you enjoy those. Let me know how you enjoy Persona 3 and 4 when you get to those. I'm always interested to hear people's opinions of those games at this point. Tunjay is saying I could do a Wonderlock before the 3DS internet shuts down. What exactly is a Wonderlock? That's the problem, is that I know Nuzlocks, there's Wonderlocks, there's Soul Links, there's so many different versions of doing Pokemon games now that it's hard for me to keep up. And I know it won't be as fun to see just a casual stream of it. I know people are doing like randomizers and Nuzlocke runs. I don't know. If I can find something out, maybe we'll change it up somehow. I don't know what's the most ideal way to do a Pokemon stream. And I guess for my first one, doing a casual run of Heart Gold would be um, a nice way to ease into it. But yeah, I have some of the assets already set up for when we start. I guess I could share those, but we're gonna wait till Thursday because that's ideally the time we're gonna start. That is on Thursday. Professor Bonk is saying to Benji and Stacy, "You guys want to start a GBG Europe with me?" Oh man, I would tune in. Let me tune in. Rusty McTin is saying, "A man of exquisite taste, Cyndaquil forever. I will forever love my baked potato. He is always going to be my number one starter for any game." I was super excited when he was one of the starters for Legends Arceus. Arceus? I'll never know how to say that that dang Pokemon's name. Super Bear Super I'm assuming this is Super Beard Bros, not Super Bear Bros. Either way, they did a randomizer. It was a Heart Gold Soul Silver Nuzlocke randomizer, and it was awesome. Man. Yeah. There's so many options you can do with those too. Like I remember when I played begrudgingly played a lot of Brilliant Diamond last year. I pretty much did an all flying type team or an all bird team apparently. So yeah, started with Piplup. I mean, that's the closest I can get to bird. But then I eventually had to like switch over to have like Honchkrow, Skarmory, uh, Togekiss was one of them. I think Togekiss was one of them as well. Um, Gleescore was that one? Gliscor? I think that was another one as well. Yeah, just all flying. I like monotype ones are fun. That was easier to do in that game because it was just a really easy easy game in general. And thank you, Alex Garbus, for rating with a party of 3. Welcome. We were just talking about this year, what we're gonna be doing this year. I did mention that we're gonna probably be doing a Pokemon Heart Gold stream. Starting Thursday. That's how we're gonna start off the year. And then I might continue that on Saturdays. Maybe Pokemon will be for our weekday streams, and then Saturday might be a different game altogether. Saturday, yeah, we'll figure that out soon. Sherman is saying, "I wish Feraligatr wasn't bad. It's a killer design. I love Feraligatr's design, but yeah, I kind of just really enjoy using Typhlosion instead." Tunjay saying, "GVG, NYC, Seattle, Canada, UK, and Ireland. Man, can you imagine if we had branches all over the world? That'd be crazy. We'd have to be a huge company to make that happen." And hello, Alex. I love using that Kirby emote, by the way. That's why I made it free. Kirby 64 Kirby, one of my favorite ones. Chikorita is the goodest pair. I know, right? We have Cyndaquil, the baked potato. We have Chikorita, the the pair, and then Totodile. I love Totodile in the anime, especially. It was always such a jolly lad. We have Totodile, the claptrap. That's what we. That's what I call him. Oh my goodness. I see Oscar with another 100 tickets redeemed. I know I read this already twice before. What do you want? Happy New Year, Daniel in chat. From Oscar in New Jersey City, New Jersey. Originally from Dominican Republic. I have a spectrum and autism. I have 3 new Nintendo Switch games for Christmas: Batman, Just Dance, Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince. I recently got Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden for Switch. Happy for you. Thank you. Thank you for that and for the redemption. Alex is saying, "I picked up the best time to raid after a Pokemon Stadium 2 stream." Oh man, how was that? I hadn't played Pokemon Stadium 2 until very recently last year with friends. I we were doing multiplayer stuff. Like the quiz game was hilarious. Like the quiz game on there with multiplayer is so funny because you actually have to have knowledge of Gen 1 and 2. Uh which was it was like, oh my god, like igniting the very core of my memory back then. That was really funny. And then like battles with Pokemon that just have random moves, but it's like 2v2 battles. It's so funny. Stacy saying, Feraligatr was your first starter. Unfortunately, the game turned out to be pirated, so I couldn't finish. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Man. But Gen 6 was your first proper gen. I think, yeah, Gen 6 is a bit underrated, I think. Like, sure, there's some negative parts about it. Like, your rivals aren't anything special to talk about. But as we did a discussion last year, I think it was me, John, and I think it was Ash as well. Um, we enjoyed Gen 6. I think it gets a little bit more hate than it needs to. And as Frequent is saying, who did you choose as your starter in XY? Oscar with 100 saying, this year, 2024, is the year of the dragon, according to the Chinese zodiac calendar. Also is leapfrog year because February has 29 days. Man, I really want to incorporate Year of the Dragon to playing some games with Fire Emblem because every Fire Emblem game has a dragon in it. Because if I make this the Year of the Dragon Quest, God, those games would go on forever. I wouldn't mind playing Dragon Quest 8 as well. Year of the Dragon. Last year was Year of the Rabbit, which was the most appropriate year for Brandon to have a child. Cat EV saying the first Pokemon starter is self-explanatory. I got Pokemon Yellow. Same here. Pokemon Yellow was my first game as well. I didn't get in Red and Blue, and so I thought it was weird when I started Gold to have just one starter, not all of them with me. I didn't understand back then because I thought it was like the anime where you eventually get all of them. That was unfortunate. Oh my gosh, Brandon Boviet. You think Chespin was the first time you had ever been truly disappointed with a starter? I wanted to be quirky, and I chose Chespin for my X and Y run as well. I could have chosen either of the other two. I would have enjoyed it much more that way. uh Listen, I'm not. There's no bad blood to Chespin. What was the final evolve version? Something not Chestnut? Was that the name? Chestnut? Was that the final evolution? I'm sorry that I forgot. Yeah, it was Chestnut. Okay. I didn't want to get it wrong. Um I I would have taken the other two starters instead. I'm sorry. Chespin is fine. I don't mind Chespin as a Pokemon. It's the final evolution sometimes that I'm just not really a big fan of. It's fine. I understand. Listen, I love Typhlosion, which looks like a larger baked potato than Cyndaquil because of the stupid decision Pokemon makes to take away the flame from him so many times. The Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion, they only look good when they have. Well, okay, Cyndaquil looks fine either way. He's still a baked potato. But the other evolutions, they need to have the fire coming out to actually look like a good design. And I acknowledge that people don't like his design because of that. So I understand for those who feel like their starter is unfairly hated upon. Gen 9, it did fix Typhlosion a bit, yeah. But like even no, I've caught it was like the last Pokemon I found too in the Indigo disc for the Scarlet and Violet DLC. I caught Typhlosion. It evolved and it does the flare on the neck and then it goes away when he's not active. It doesn't stay on them. Like I think Legends Arceus did it right. I think it did. Because I mean Hisuian Typhlosion always has kind of like that oozing smoke, purpley smoke coming out of him. So it kind of helps the design a bit. But yeah, I don't know. I could complain about I could complain about flame effects on the Cyndaquil line all day if I could. Rusty saying Typhlosion is a big tortilla chip. That he is. He's just a big old Dorito. But yeah, I see all the Fennekin mains out there as well. Fennekin. Delphox is fine. Greninja, great, obviously. Fan favorite for multiple reasons from Pokemon and Nintendo in general. All the frog fans were winning with Greninja. Man, I'm still upset. We have 1,000 plus Pokemon. Every generation, I'm just like, is this the gen? Is this the one where we're gonna get a hummingbird Pokemon? And we don't. Every time. We've had other birds, we've had woodpeckers, we've had swans and ducks, we've had owls and penguins and all these other kinds of bird-like creatures. No hummingbird. Can't believe this. It's like, does the Pokemon Company just hate me? Do they not want me to be happy? I've seen some really cool fan designs of like a grass type hummingbird where as it grows, the tail kind of blossoms and grows more. I thought that's really cool. It doesn't have to be a large one, obviously. Like hummingbirds are really small and their fluttering wings can totally like be a constant in there. But man, a dodo bird, yeah, Dodrio, essentially flamingo in Gen 9. How did it take them till 9 gens for a dolphin? That as well. Palafin is a friend. Oh my gosh. Ice Climber Kirby Sing. I should do a Lisa Frank animal Pokemon team. I'd have to know which ones those are. Caesar subscribed for thank you for the 5 months. Thank you so much. Very happy to have all your support this year. Have Happy New Year as well. Doduo isn't a dodo bird, it's a dango. I mean, I see Doduo and I think dodo. That was my brain set early on. If it's a dango bird, a dongo bird, okay then. I'm sorry. What is Doduo based on? Doduos are a creature not entirely imagined by Pokemon creators. They're actually a two-headed bird from the dodo species. The dodo is a flightless bird that has once roamed the island of uh, Mauritius, but went extinct before 1700s. For that fact alone, spotting a live doduo is an impressive feat. What? That's the first thing that popped up. Doduo may be a combination of dodo, an extinct flightless bird, and a duo, a pair. Dodo is literally dodo. Well, if Bulbapedia is telling me this, there's only so much I can say against it. Just ask Joe Merrick then. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not Professor Oak, okay? None of us are. What do you mean birds don't have two heads, says Alex. I don't know. And then when it evolves, it grows another head. The implications of that are very scary. Like, where does the head come from? Does it just grow? Do the two brains somehow, when they're evolving, do the two brains become one for moments and then they split into three? Is that what happens when Dodrio are evolved and they're born? I don't know if I can think too much about this. Oh no. This is funny. We got into a whole Pokemon chat and I wasn't even going to talk about Pokemon for that long. Um I guess there is more to talk about once Brandon's actually here because I don't want to go too far into my plans when he's not here because he's just as much as just as much of Good Vibes Arcade as we are. Go Trio. But are you Professor Birch? No, I'm Professor. Wait, okay. You know what's funny? When I was growing up, in my hometown, a lot of the street names are in fact named after trees. So I remember there was an Elm Street, a Birch Street, a Oh, what was it? Like a Redwood Street, like Cedar Street. They were all named after trees, and I was like, there's so many cool ones that it was interesting yeah, Oak Street and Elm Street were like near each other. That was kind of crazy. Sycamore, yeah, there was a Sycamore Street. Maple Street, yeah. Sycamore was actually very close to my one of my schools. And looking back, and I was like, what is my world becoming to here? So I think I'd be Professor Cedar, because that was Cedar is a main street that goes all the way through my entire town, and it goes from one end of to the freeway to the other end where my high school was located. Maple Street. I think there was a Maple. I'm not sure. I have to drive by there again sometime. Um, and then randomly there was a Jarvis Street, which reminded me of that Jar Ghost from Luigi's Mansion because his name was also Jarvis. Yeah, that was funny. Um, Mostly all the professors that we've seen so far in the mainline series, they probably have a street in my old town. That was really funny. But yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon Heart Gold will probably be starting a very casual playthrough on Thursday. If you want to see that, please come by. Chat is going to help me decide what starter to make. I'll make a poll. I'll do a poll and we'll see what happens. And then we'll work together to figure out teams, and we'll name everyone on my team. I want everyone on my team to be named after food, something that you would eat, whether it's a delicious dessert or something very basic. Everyone on my team will be named after food. Totodile plus Everstone. Only Totodile. You'll get Chikorita and like it's as frequent. Everybody wants me to have this one. You know what? I'm not gonna complain either way. No matter what you tell me, I will choose said starter and I'll try to adjust my team. I will be upset if we do choose Totodile. I probably won't choose Quagsire, my one of my favorite Pokemon, because we'll already have a water type. We'll see. We'll pick Pokemon that are a bit unusual to go through a run with. And Bun saying that's how you make new favorites. That is true. Oh no. The Quagsire. Hold on. Boltmouth saying, "Hi Daniel and Chad. Happy late New Year. I just wanted to come by and say hi since I'm at work. Anyways, have a good afternoon and good vibes. Bye." Well, thank you for saying hello, and I hope you have a good day as well. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good one. Caesar with the with the Quagsire emote. The screaming Quagsire. Joe saying, but yeah, then you wouldn't have a ground type, huh? Hmm. Quagsire can hang. You need an HM worker. No, I don't want to commit him to HM slave. No. Sunkern and Everstone. Oh my gosh. Fanfy would be cute. I haven't, yeah. A run with a Donphan. Donphan is ground type, right? Yeah, that's a ground type. Maybe we'll do that instead. Oh, we'll get weird, man. Let's get a Heracross as well. Is that often a Pokemon that you see in a in a run for Gen 2? I'd love to get Heracross. I love Heracross in the anime as well, but I don't think I've rarely, if ever, used one. Not competitively, but I mean like in a run itself. Yeah, Benji just wants me to have the weakest Pokemon, Sunkern. At least up to that point in that gen. We're pretty much at Gen 5. Oh, I'm sorry. HM Buddy. HM Worker. HM uh Social Worker. Heracross is the second coolest bug. Oh man. I need a oh man. I want to trade with someone so I can get a Caesar. That's what I would do for this run. I love Caesar as well. I found a Famfy! You should have 6 unknown to spell out Daniel. We'll go hunting for some unknown. HM Indentures? Oh god. We're gonna have to find a proper name for that. Who is the best one to use for HMs back then? Is it Centrit? Wait, oh, no, I'm in the wrong gen, aren't I? I'm forgetting now. Yeah, oh no, it's Centrit. I don't know why I was thinking of a different line. Never mind. Where's the Hoot Hoot and Central? I love Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. I'll probably catch one and use one for a bit. It's gonna be weird because I'm gonna be streaming mostly in the day and there won't be much at nighttime, so I might have to adjust my stream times because day and night does affect things. So I mean, we need an Eevee evolution. I I I'm gonna have to get. Can I at least have Umbreon? We'll see. we'll see. We'll see what chat decides. Ice Climber's favorite bug types are Butterfree, Weedle, and Ladybug. Oh man, we got like 8 minutes left or so before I should probably head out and get my sisters. But yeah, I just wanted to update everybody with what we're doing, what we might be doing, how schedules might change. Um, I don't know how and when we're gonna finish Donkey Kong Country 3 because Brandon and I started that. We're like halfway or more so through. Um, and going forward, I'm not sure just how many streams he will be available for. There's some ideas that I still had on here to get working through because there's some games I wanted him to play while I was present. But it might turn into a situation where I'm going to be playing the game and then Brandon will be present there on call with me, probably watching Ella, probably not on cam, but still doing daddy duties where he's needed while still participating. So if you remember like our Sonic streams, which are some of my favorites, honestly, playing Sonic 1 and 2 and 3, and the way I kind of cut that up, and I still it's still fun to go over and see the Sonic stream of Sonic 2 that we did on GVG because I made that into like a highlight video. I want to play Sonic Adventure 2 with Brandon there because he doesn't want to play the game, but I do. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna pretty much it. You know, it's gonna be what happened. It's gonna be what's gonna happen. We're gonna play Sonic Adventure 2. Brandon's gonna be taking care of Ella, and then I'm gonna be taking care of Chow. We're both gonna be on dad duty at the same time. I'm gonna be doing Chow races, Chow raising, and in between, I can't believe it. They did a whole entire Sonic game within this Chow care simulation game, Chow Garden. There will be no Chow abuse. No, there will be no Chow abuse, Benji. I will be a good dad. Will Brandon also feed his daughter stat tubes? I mean, he has to get that agility up somehow. Chow are good stress balls. Oh dear. They are very squishy looking. Get your throwing arm ready. Why is everyone wanting violence against the Chow? Why would we do this? Chow are good creatures. They've done nothing wrong. Baby with agility up is a nightmare scenario. Well, I mean, you could have baby with strength up. That'd be even scarier. Imagine it just comes over with um, just like a whole entire box of valuables and just right there. It broke my heart when Chow cry. Oh my gosh, I hope they don't cry. I'm gonna take care of them. All right, we're gonna take care of the Chow. You're not gonna yeet the Chow, my friends. Anyways, so yeah, that's some of the stuff that I want to plan out in the future. Um, eat the egg at the wall. Oh my gosh, why don't you just tender love and care your egg until it hatches naturally? This is so messed up. I'm sure we're gonna get into this as the game progresses. But yeah, I bought Sonic Adventure 2 on Steam. It was on sale, so that's there. I'm gonna play it just to test and make sure that works. Haven't really played it much since the GameCube version. I guess I could play the GameCube version, but now we're gonna do what is probably easier here for me playing it on here. We'll see what works best. And then yeah, games coming up solo. I think Saturday we might have if I can get to it. No promises. I'll let you know more on Thursday, but we might do a very chill stream. Just chilling out and playing a Highland story. because I recently got that game. I wanted to try it out. I liked how it looked, and that's going to be something that, yeah, I think we'll have a very chill time with, assuming that I don't completely botch playing that game because I know there's like a time limit of sorts in that one. We'll see. Oh my goodness, hold on. I heard the noise and I need to open up my actual menu here. I cannot pronounce the first part of this name, but the second part does say Daniel. And thank you a lot for for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, in the future, games that we're playing as well. Obviously, Persona 3 Reload is coming out very soon. I want to be able to play. Gosh, no, camera, please don't glitch out on me now. It's kind of holding together. I'm surprised. Usually I have to reset the Elgato or something, or the AverMedia cam. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload. I want to do a thing where I'm playing some of these games for the first time on stream, and then kind of put my reactions into a video on GVG. I gotta try and incorporate that kind of stuff more with streams, with videos and such, so we can get some more views on the channel itself. And doing that with games like Tales of Symphonia, I think that worked out really well, given how quick the turnaround was for that. But yeah. Oh my gosh. You have to explain the every trailer for Reload looks so great. And even from what I played at PAX, I've been like dying to play it again since then. I've been so jazzed about this game coming out. And finally we have something other than Persona 5 to talk about. Not in a bad way, of course. I love Persona 5 and their characters and world, but we certainly needed a switch there. But yeah, I've come to make an announcement. God. It's just that's the thing that we're gonna be definitely memeing on when that comes out, when we get to that point in that game. But Persona 3 Reload, probably won't play Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. That might be something I'm gonna be playing on the background. I have to still replay the original again before that game comes out. Persona 3 Loaded. Is that what I said, or is that what you made? If that's your own concoction of words, then I applaud you. Persona 3 Load is the game. Is just what it's going to be called now. But yeah, that, and of course, whenever Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door comes out, maybe it's closer to release than we think because the ESRB has rated it, and I am uh, that's my most anticipated game this year right now. So yeah, it's gonna be a great time. I'm excited for everyone to play that and for me to play with all you because I might be playing it in a way that's gonna be similar to the way I played it in the last Paper Mario stream that we did on here the other year. Yeah, as Mr. L was saying, sometimes those ratings get made very early. So there's no real like indication of when that'll be. We'll just have to wait for the next direct, which is probably early February, for a chance of seeing when a date might be established for the Thousand Year Door. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. Toon J's guess is July. I hope it's a little earlier. Maybe like I did like a specific guess for a date while we were on Good Vibes GVG Cast last time. April 12th. Was that what I guessed? I think I guessed April 12th. It's such a random date.
Are you gambling again?
I'm not betting or anything. There's nothing gambled on it. Eddie says February 30th. Good luck with that one. Oh yeah, when is leap year, leap day? Thursday, February 29th this year. Oh man. Very exciting to see the calendar year and hopefully where we're going from here. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen this year. As soon as they announce the Switch successor, that's when the year is going to pop off with news and speculation and all this other stuff. So I'm trying to get a lot of the early thoughts of it out early out there. So yeah, at one of these Saturdays, I'll probably do that stream, or maybe between streams on regular days, we'll be doing that. switch to main menu mockup on stream. But yeah, let me take a look here because I feel like that's about as much as we're going to do here today. It was a shorter stream. It kind of worked out that I had to pick up my sisters because I wasn't going to be here for a super long time. But absolutely, thank you all for joining me here today. Stay tuned for Thursday. I will be jumping into playing um, Pokemon Heart Gold on stream. I don't know how well that's going to go. Hopefully, well enough. It's just a basic run. If we do pretty well in that, at some point we'll do like a randomizer somewhere in the future. But I want to just ease myself into playing Pokemon on stream in general. So why not choose one of my favorite ones, you know? But yeah, thank you all for chatting here with me today. I feel like we get more people watching when I just want to ramble about random things and chat with you all. But it's a good way to start off the year. Thank you all. I'm gonna send you all to our friend A Blue Skittle, who's doing some art right now. We always love our artists, and we always appreciate visiting a Blue Skittle. Chill out with their chill vibes. So with that, everyone, thank you again. I hope your new year has gone off to a great start, and I will see you all very, very soon on Thursday. So until then, till we meet again.
Everyone's fine.